Hey, welcome back to my channel where we wander through Hogwarts, Middle-earth, and sometimes Planet Earth. I'm Alejandra and today we're actually going to wander through Middle-earth. I can't believe I'm saying that because if you have watched my channel, I have mostly focused on Harry Potter for a really long time. I have a special place in my heart for Harry Potter. I'm also a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and I just haven't found the right thing, I guess, to start wandering through Middle-earth, and finally the stars have aligned. Here we are. So without further ado, let's get into this unboxing. So as I'm sure you see from the title of the video, you know exactly what we're opening up today, but this is actually my first time seeing it. As you can see, I ordered it online, and I ordered this pop from BoxLunch. It is a BoxLunch exclusive. However, the address says that it is from Hot Topic, so I think they probably have the same parent company. I could have opened up the bigger box because it's closed in another box. Okay, really excited to open this up. I didn't expect the box to be like a cardboard color. Usually they're white, but I'm guessing since it's an Earth Day pop, they went more eco-friendly with the packaging, except for maybe this plastic right here, but love that so far. Let's do some close-ups of this box before I open him up. As you can see, it says BoxLunch Earth Day exclusive with that sticker there, and it also says that it glows in the dark, so I will be showing how that glows in the dark in this video. This is my first pop that I have purchased that glows in the dark, so I'm really excited to see how that works. My girlfriend said that it needs some time in the light before it can glow in the dark, so hopefully by the time we get to that, my ring light is, you know, doing its job for me. Just do like a 360 of this, and it looks like on the back, oh yeah, see, there you go. It says Going Green packaging is 70% recycled material. So I was correct with that, and honestly, they should move all of their packaging to this. So this is a nice thing to see. Hopefully they're not just going green for Earth Day, and this is a more permanent move, because I know that we need to do these kinds of things to fight climate change, all of that kind of good stuff. On the back here, you can see that it has different characters in this, I guess, collection, and it has Legolas, Gimli, Boromir, Lady Galadriel, the Witch King, and Dunharrow King. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And I'm really excited to have this pop in my collection because I don't have a lot of Lord of the Rings pops. This is actually my third Lord of the Rings Funko Pop. I have Merry and Pippin, but this is my first of Gandalf. Yeah, I'm really excited to open it up. On the BoxLunch website, where you go to look at the product, it says, Gandalf returns. The White Wizard from The Lord of the Rings has been reimagined as this glow-in-the-dark pop figure. A special Earth Day exclusive, this figure depicts the powerful being with his staff in hand, ready to defend the people of Middle-earth. So let's open it up and let's see which scene we think that this pop would fit in. I am ready to unbox this. Are you ready to unbox this? Here we go. I still got my fresh nail polish, that's all right. Freshish. Okay, so he comes in this double protectant. Ooh. And this one does not have a stand, which I am such a big fan of because I don't like the extra bits of having a stand. Extra piece of plastic. And my goodness, he looks, ooh, that is a detail I did not know was gonna be there. Okay, so Gandalf, badass. I mean, obviously, like, what else can I even say about this? A lot. We'll get into it, but this makes me so excited to have him on my shelf. and we'll do some close-ups of this because you need to see it up close the way that I'm seeing it right now. So let's go ahead and do that. Here is Gandalf the White in all of his glory. He is wielding his sword, glammed ring, also called the faux hammer and the beater. He also has his wizard staff, which is glowing with a bright light. Love it when that happens. The details on this that I love the most, besides these obvious ones of holding his sword and holding his wizard staff that is a light, are the blood on his sword, which shows that he is in battle, as well as the kind of splotches on the back of his wizard's robe, and kind of beneath it you can see as well, and on his boots. I think that's such a cool detail to use with paint in order to show that he's in battle. Just the look on his face is so intimidating. Roll an intimidation check. A natural 20 is what I'm seeing here. Another cool detail that is done with paint is kind of an intricate design that you can see as if it's like a trimming along the cloak and also around the sleeves, sort of like a cuff design around the sleeves done in silver. I really enjoy how his hair looks wind-swept, and his cloak also looks wind-swept in that same direction. So it really gives the pop a look of being in movement, being in action, and just kind of brings it to life in that moment of battle and being exposed to the elements. I do like that it stands on its own. You just have to make sure that the light isn't underneath him, otherwise he won't. It needs to go behind him. Delicately move that. He is ready to go on my shelf, and I will show you a little bit of my Lord of the Rings shelf at the end of this video when I place him on there. One of the reasons that I have been hesitant to start doing Lord of the Rings videos, even though it was my intention to do Lord of the Rings videos on this channel, is because while I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, I don't have as much knowledge on Lord of the Rings as I do Harry Potter. So let's see if I can explain myself in an accurate way. I have read the Lord of the Rings books twice, but I haven't reread them in a really long time. The first time I read them, I was 12 years old. I read them again in college. And then I think I didn't finish that reread, but then I finished it a few years later. I don't know. But I've seen the movies so many times. Love a good Lord of the Rings marathon. Need another one in my life soon. Let's talk about what scene we think this could be from, because the description doesn't really say what movie scene, like what action Gandalf is in. It just kind of says that he's ready to defend Middle-earth. I feel like we can speculate a little bit about where we think this pop fits in the movies, what scene it is from the movies, so feel free to leave what you think down in the comments. We see that Gandalf has his staff and the light is coming from the staff. He also has his sword out. So I think that there are two scenes that I think this could be from. And since this is Gandalf the White, it has to be in the Two Towers and beyond, right? Once he has essentially been reincarnated as Gandalf the White. The first one that I think it could be is in Fangorn Forest, when Gimli, Legolas, and Aragorn are tracking Merry and Pippin. Legolas senses the White Wizard, who they think is Saruman. And this is when Gandalf reveals himself as Gandalf the White. He deflects a arrow from Legolas, and I think also Gimli throws his axe, and I don't even think Aragorn gets to do anything. He's just blinded, if I'm remembering the scene correctly, but it's this blinding light and they can't see the figure. The voice is distorted, and then Gandalf reveals himself as Gandalf the White. So I think that that is a plausible guess, although I will say because there is blood on his sword, I think more likely it's my second speculation of which scene this pop is from. So let's get into that. More likely, I think that this Gandalf with his sword in hand and his staff and blinding light is from this particular scene in The Two Towers, where Gandalf comes and saves the day at Helm's Deep. I don't know why it's getting like a southern accent there. When Gandalf saves the day at Helm's Deep. So I'm going to read the quote so that I don't get it incorrect because it's such a good quote. Look to my coming on the first light of the 5th day. At dawn, look to the east. So in the film, you hear that I think Aragorn is remembering that Gandalf said to look to the east at dawn. And so that's the blinding light, is when he comes with reinforcements to Helm's Deep, and he comes behind all of the orcs from Isengard that are attacking at Helm's Deep. He shows up behind them with a army of reinforcements, and he's coming down the hill at dawn with his sword in hand. He's on Shadowfax, and not only are the orcs turned the wrong way, but then when they do turn around and are like, they are blinded by the sun, and they, this is a battle thing that Gandalf and his reinforcements have high ground, and they're coming down to them, and just the blinding of the sun. That's a Gandalf thing to do, isn't it? He uses the sun to his advantage, because in The Hobbit he uses that with the trolls as well to turn them to stone. But anyway, he shows up, he uses the power of the sun. He knows exactly what he's doing. Like, not only is he a powerful wizard, but he knows how to strategize. This is not his first time saving Middle Earth, so there's that, and that is why Gandalf is a badass. But I always kind of project my love for Gandalf onto that scene. I imagine that it's not just the sun, because his staff is glowing too. And so I feel like he's doing something to make the sun even more blinding. And it's like, is he using the power of the sun through his magic as well and making it even more blinding than it would be in the first place? And it seems to just kind of radiate off of him and radiate off of his staff, and it's just such a cool moment. So there's blood on his sword, so I think that's more likely the scene that this is from, and I love that scene. I also just love Gandalf. I think I did well on my first attempt to talk about Lord of the Rings. I just have a genuine love for it, and I do want to learn more about the Lord of the Rings and dive into this world. And I'm not trying to like come off as an expert of Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings anyway. I just happen to know more about Harry Potter than I do about Lord of the Rings, and this is all in good fun. Like, this is all just me showing my love for these series. Even though I had a little bit of hesitation on doing Lord of the Rings videos because I don't know as much, feel free to correct me in the comments. That's what we're here for. We're here to talk about a series that we love, and there's always more to learn. I mean, this is a huge world that Tolkien created, and I'm so excited not only to have this pop, but to have started these videos where I'm talking about Lord of the Rings and sharing my love for Lord of the Rings and just wandering through Middle Earth together with you all. So the glow in the dark isn't happening quite yet, so I'm going to try to go put him in some actual daylight and see if that helps, and then try again in a little bit. And I'm excited to see how that goes, excited to show it to you. I'm back after letting some light shine on this guy. You're going to see I have dog hair on me. I did my best effort to get it off, but I was hugging my dog because today is his birthday. Look how cute he is. I'm actually going to share this photo on my Instagram shortly, as well as my full outfit here, because I love showing off how I put my outfits together with my fantasy wardrobe, I guess. And so trying to make sure that you guys can see my "You Shall Not Pass" pocket on my shirt. This is one of my favorite shirts. I love embroidery like this, and it's one of the most iconic lines that Gandalf utters during the Lord of the Rings. So I love this shirt. If you want to get more acquainted with me as well, feel free to follow me on Instagram at Wands and Wanderlust, where I post things that I don't post here. There, I did a cross promo. How about that? Let's talk about how this guy glows. So I shined my light ring on it for a while I went and ate dinner. And this part of the staff where the light seems to be spilling out at the top of it is the part that glows the most brightly, at least in my experience and in the short amount of time that I let it sit under the light. But probably this back part doesn't get as much exposure to the light, so maybe that's why I did see this darker blue getting some glowing effect happening, but I mostly saw it in this spot here. And I mean, Gandalf having such a powerful blinding light, I was expecting more, but I think that it's doing its job of what it needs to do and glowing in the way that it can. And I was saying that this is my first glow in the dark pop, but my girlfriend was saying that the Werewolf as Lupin pop also glows in the dark. She thinks his eyes do. So I'm gonna test that theory because I haven't noticed that in the living room. Maybe I just haven't been paying attention, but also maybe it hasn't been getting enough light. I noticed that we really had to try to shine the light on the pop to try to get more of the glowing effect happening. And we did a really bright light from my ring light. Anyway, the glowing in the dark part is like the cherry on top of this pop, because this pop on its own, even if it didn't glow in the dark, would be a chef's kiss. I love it so much. I also wanted to share something that I will also link in the description. It is this link from comicbook.com. It says, "This awesome Lord of the Rings Funko Pop features Gandalf the White in battle with his staff and sword. We expect a quick sellout on this one, so jump on it while you have the chance. If it sells out and you don't want to wait around for a restock, you'll be able to find it here on eBay, and it has a link." So anyway, the part that I wanted to point out on here is that if you want it, it sounds like it's going to be popular. So get it while you can if you do want it. And also it says Gandalf the White is in battle, which is, I guess, said in different words in the description of the pop, that he's ready to defend Middle-earth. So yeah, I think the scene that I was referencing earlier is probably the scene where this is from. I will put those links in the description for you in case you want to learn more about this pop or buy it for yourself if you did enjoy this video and seeing that you want this pop in your own collection. Let me know if you buy it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for joining me and wandering through Middle-earth. Let me know if you are a Lord of the Rings fan as well, if you are a Gandalf fan, which if you are a Lord of the Rings fan, if you're not a Gandalf fan, I don't think, does that kind of person exist? I feel like that's impossible. Also, if you have not subscribed to my channel and you have been watching, please subscribe to my channel. It's going to help me so much. I am really dedicated to this channel and continuing to put videos out, but I would really love to have more subscribers. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this pop and just anything else that you want to share with me about Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I look forward to doing more Lord of the Rings videos in the future. This was so enjoyable. I had such a good time just talking about a really powerful, badass wizard that I love and a series that I love. And I will see you in my next video.